In 2025, CapCut is the best free editing tool for editing your YouTube videos, whether it is for social media or even commercial for your brands. In this beginner guide, I'll walk you through all the essential features of CapCut, from transition and cuts to B-rolls to effects to color correction, etc. Whether you are just starting out or you want to sharpen your video editing skills, this video will help you get comfortable in CapCut with no time. So in this video, we will be editing the video that you're seeing on the screen, just the way it is. Now you will be able to see my home screen, and now I will click on CapCut, and now this kind of home page will appear for your CapCut, where you can create a project. In this AI video maker, you enter a prompt and then AI generates a video for you. Or there's another feature of record screen, where you can record your screen, or where you can record your laptop screen. And on the left hand side there's a sign in option, and I haven't signed in. There's a home video editing option, and there's image editing. So usually I use this image editing software for editing my thumbnails. And so we will click on create project. When you will click on create project, this kind of home video will appear. On the right hand side here, on the detail section, you will have properties of the video that you are editing. And on the left hand side you can see the media, audio, text, stickers, effects, transition, captions, filters, adjustment tabs. And when I will import the videos, I will be explaining all those things. So first I will click on import, so that I'm able to import all the videos that I will be editing. So right now we will be importing all the clips from my import tab into the timeline. So the area that you're seeing here is the timeline. Here the area that you're seeing here is the timeline where we will be importing all our videos. So this is the video we will be importing, and it's not that we can only import one video, but we can import multiple videos at once. For example, right now I will be importing the second video, and third I will be importing the third video. As simple as that. So on the screen you can certainly see that there is some part in the first clip of the video that where I didn't speak, and then after some time I started speaking. Like, so now I've started speaking now. So for that we will be trimming the clip. For example, I'll go, so there are two ways for that. Either I can press on the edge of the clip and drag it to the point from where I want to start the clip. For example, I can do this, and now the clip is starting from the point from where I started speaking. Stop spin. That's what happened. Or there's another way. Either I can go here, I can go to the point in the clip from where I started speaking, and I can go here. I can go to split button on the tab above the timeline. So either I can click on this, or either I can be more professional and press Ctrl B. And for the Mac users it will be Command B. So I press Command B and I click on the unwanted clip and press delete. So now it's starting like that. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can even make you understand AI for better. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. So now you can certainly see that I started editing this video, but in the first part till here I fumbled a little bit, and that part had to be cut as it doesn't sound very professional. So I'll cut this part once again, like Control B, and I'll press delete. And whenever you want to zoom in into the timeline, you can go to the right side and you hear this bar where you can zoom in and zoom out. So these are pretty evergreen video editing tips. Like even if you use DaVinci, Filmora, After Effects, you will find all those features. And right now I think, just like I've told you how to trim or cut the whole video, I will be cutting the whole video right now. So let me come afterwards to you. So now that you can see on the screen that I have edited and trimmed the whole video. Sorry, not edited, but I have cut the unwanted parts and trimmed the areas that are hot and not wanted. And now I have make a sample clips, a bunch of clips that I will be editing now. That like now you won't see any fumbled words in this video. Let me play it. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast from Think School. If you want to learn how AI will impact businesses and job market in future, watch this podcast from Theo Abraham. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business and job market or day-to-day tasks, watch this podcast from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. So that's the sample clip that we have, but it still doesn't look good. It doesn't have any attention seeking qualities or nothing like that. It doesn't have any background music, no SFX or VFX. So SFX is the sound effects that we have. So there are many sound effects like swoosh, whoosh, like or like cash register sign, many more. But I use mainly 4 to 5. Like in the reels you only use 3 to 4. Like otherwise if you use all the SFX that you have, your video looks more chaotic and more cheesy. So so first of all we will be creating a compound clip. And for compound clip, so what we will do is that you can see bunch of different clips on the timeline, and first we will be grouping them and making a one singular clip. So for that you can press Ctrl A, or okay, let me simplify it much more. You select all the clips and you press right click and you go to create a compound clip. So now you have a compound clip and everything is working extremely fine. So right now we'll start with a color correction, and for that you go to the right side of your screen and you go to the adjustments. Yeah, you go to the adjustment and you go to color correction. Now you can see the difference. If I increase that, my 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 video looks more greener. It looks like it has more life now, which is extremely fine and looks pretty good. And if I use color match, well, you can play with everything, but I use the simple thing which is this color correction, and as well as auto adjust. Auto adjust is also good feature for this. Like if I just decrease that little bit, now this looks pretty good. And if I go to video, and if I no let me go to the video once again. So let me go to adjustment once again, and yeah, so if we can play with little bit of temperature. If we decrease the temperature, that's how it's gonna look like. If we increase the temperature, that's how it will look like, but we'll keep it 0. But we can play with exposure a little bit, isn't it? I think everything looks pretty good, but I want to see if there's some kind of changes in the video that I can make. I think this looks good. This looks good. I think this is great. I can sharpen the edges if I want to, but you know what? like Viginati. I may be wrong. My pronunciation is not that good, but even if I use Viginati for a while, this gives a little bit of like it gives a little bit of darkness at the edges, which creates an subconscious autofocus autofocus for the subject. Like in this video, subject is me. So if I have darkness in the edges, it the viewer will perceive is will the viewer's mind will subconsciously perceive me as the main subject, which looks pretty good. And I think now the video looks pretty good. And if I play that in this every way, I think now this video looks pretty good. I can certainly say that, which is perfectly fine. So now what we will do is that now that we have understood transitions, and now we will go on. So now that we have understood cuts and color correction, now we will go on to the transitions. To learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn if If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast. So right now I'm just cutting the specific parts of the video so that we put transitions. So let me complete and come back to you once again. So now all the parts of the videos. Like the first clip has a first introduction part, which will also having the hook. The second part having the call to action, like save this reel and all. And the first part it has, and and then we have the main content of the video, and in the last we also have another call to action, like follow me for more. And now we'll start editing them, and for that we'll come and for that we go to the next topic, which is b-roll. So now that we have come to the b-roll, now we will understanding what is a b-roll. So in b-roll, when you have a main track on the timeline, like the track on the timeline that I am, that is the main track, and they would be like, and on the main track there would be another video which will be called as b-roll, as it come at the top of the main track. So let me go and import more important videos. Like you can see that these are the very important videos. So all of these things will be used. So let me come back to you once again. So now I've imported all the most important template and assets that I will be using in this video. So right now let's play this once again and let me explain you. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. So like in the starting I'm saying that stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. And now I say here are 3 podcasts that you need to watch. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. So I'm just thinking, just to learn AI. What can I do of it, man? Like if I press Ctrl B and I add a background image, like you can import an image like this, boom. You have imported an image, boom, perfectly fine. And so that's this background image is called the b-roll. Now I've imported this image into the timeline, but the problem is that my resolution is 9:16, but this image is 16:9. So for that I have to click on this object, which is a background image, and I go to the video, and I go to the basic section and increase the resolution till the time it matches 9:16 format. Like I'm increasing, and I think now it's done, most probably. Let me check. So yeah, so now we can certainly see that it has matched the whole background. And what I'm thinking is that let me delete this point. Oops. So right now I'm just thinking that why don't I bring this background image into the main timeline so that I can add a transition. And sorry, I forgot to teach you how to make transitions, but no problem, I'll teach you right now. So for that, but there's one other problem that I face, because when I delete the video on the main track, it all gets messed up, as the video which is on the right hand side, which I was trying to delete, just attached to the video which was before the clip that I was trying to delete. So for that I have to go here and I have to delete this main track magnet. So if I unclick it and stop this feature, now if I delete this, nothing will happen and I can drag this down, which is a pretty good thing, man. And now one thing that I can do is that I can add a transition. So there are mainly 2 to 3 transitions that I use. Like there's glare, there's pull in, and many other. So I like to use glare transition. Like you have this glare transition, and I'll use that. Sorry, I forgot to extract the audio. So when we will so now we can create a transition into this background image, but the problem is that whenever we try to add a transition, it says that there is no continuous clip. In order to solve that problem, we can press the alt, we can click on the first clip and we press alt and we duplicate and bring at the top of the first same clip. Now that we have done this, we have the same clip. Like you can certainly say that we have the same Stop clip. Spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube. So now that's how it's working. Stop spending money. So now we can add a transition here. Now that's how it is. Now if we add a transition here. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for. And now we have to add top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free. And first of all, we have to write top 3 podcasts. And for that, we'll go to the text section and we'll go here and we'll write top 3 podcasts. Now that I've written top 3 podcast, I'll align it and bring it at the top, and I'll go to the effects tab, because I'll find pre-made templates which I can use. Like, so first of all, the problem is that when I go to the pre-made templates, all of these templates are coming in Chinese or Japanese, just because I'm using a VPN, as CapCut is not available in India. So I'm using VPN just to have an access to it and create a CapCut course for you guys, man. So for that, please like and share, subscribe. So for that, please like, share, and subscribe, man. I am working all day for you guys, man. Love you. And uh, and now we'll see which is the best tool, which is the best template that we find. Like this looks good. This looks pretty good. For that we need to increase its top 3 podcasts, but we can use something like this as well. This also looks good, but we'll go with this. I like this. So now that I've used this, So what I'm thinking is we'll have many other, just like in the video there were many other use cases as well. For example, I'll so in this video you will be seeing that in the top there is top 3 podcasts, and in the bottom it is 1 2 3, and on the right hand side there is a thumbnail which is in a blurred way. So right now I'll be making the same, like I'll align this, and this would be hashtag 1, and that will be on the left hand side. And I will be using it here. So this looks pretty good. So that's third. And now what we will do is that we will be adding the thumbnails on the right side of the numbers. Like if I see the video, I first talk about the podcast from the Think School. Like understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. Use AI tools. Watch this podcast from Think School. So the first podcast is from Think School. So if I go here, I have to add an image of the thumbnail of the Think School here. So for that, I will be adding the image, and that's its place, isn't it? And now I'll blur this. Like I'll go to effects, and I'll choose a effect which is blur, and I'll go here on the blurred effect, which looks pretty cool, as it generates a sense of curiosity in the mind of the viewer. And that's why my latest video got 3 around right now, till the time this video I'm recording this video, this video has that video has gotten around 2.5k views and around 100 likes. And for a channel which has less than 10 videos, that's pretty good. I like that pretty good. So that's one thing that I'm focusing on, increasing I am making my hook really better, and also focusing on the quality of the content. And when you focus on the quality of the content and you match with a very good editing skill, that's a boom. That's the kind of videos that go viral. You have a hook, you have a content in the video in place, as well as the video editing skills, you go viral. For example, I haven't gone viral till now, but it's pretty great to just work hard, isn't it? So like in this video, I can certainly see that in the top there's a little bit of unwanted part, like you can certainly see. So I'll go to this section and I press on crop, and I'll go here and I'll press crop. That's how it should be, isn't it? I'll press crop, confirm. So now we have edited this video pretty well. Oh, there's some little part left at the top. Confirm. So now we will add blur to this. So now it looks pretty good. So let me do it to other thumbnails as well. So now that we have added these images, so what we will be doing is that, like in the video you can certainly see that I slide up the thumbnail as well as the number in this video. So in order to do that, we will create a compound clip of the number like this, create a compound clip. And what we will do is that we'll click on the compound clip and we'll go to the animations, and we will the in animation will be the slide right, And I hope I find the slide right animation. Here top. So I don't think swing right, but I'm not able to find any slide right. I don't know why. But you will find a lot of animations here. If we are not able to find any kind of slide animation, we will be using keyframes, which is also very advanced topic here. But we'll see if you're not able to find that, because I've used it a lot of times and it should be here and there, but I don't know why I'm not able to find that. अबे भाई मिल जा यार. Like this, slide right, this slide down. There's a lot of those things, but like I'm not able to find any of that. I don't know why it has a jerk in it, man. Smoke, snapshots, slide right. I find the slide right, yeah. So that's the video. So that's one. Slide right. So then there should be slide left as well. Yeah, so you can certainly see that in the top and the bottom video they are coming from left, but the middle one is coming from the right. So that's how we will be doing. So we'll do that once again. We'll create a compound clip. For this, we'll create a compound clip. Now here it comes. We'll go and we'll have a slide left. Here top. But I want the duration of the clip to be less. That's what I want. Here top. Isn't it? I want the duration to be extremely less. And the reason I'm saying that, because we will be adding an SFX at the background. So we want we need to match the motion of these clips to the sound of the SFX. So it looks pretty good. But right now I won't be doing that. And so right now I won't be doing that. I'll do it everything at the end. So we'll go on to the next clip. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn. It may be lagging a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free, which can make you understand. Podcasts on YouTube for free, which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to build AI. So now what we will do is that we will be adding the b-rolls. Like in this video you can certainly say that when I'm adding those videos, when I'm saying this, there's a clip that is walking continuously. So when in this editing we will be doing, so the things that we will be doing are, first we will be adding the talking video of the video. So first we will be adding the talking video, and then when I'll say watch this podcast, we will be adding the thumbnail, just like you can see on the video. But I don't know why, but मैं ये चीज़ इतने अच्छे तरीके से explain नहीं कर पाया. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, so for that we will be adding an B-roll once again, like this b-roll, control, and paste here. Boom. Now that we have added it here, now what we have to do is that we have to go here. First of all, we have to keep the editing same, like top 3 podcast here, so this will also be here. Everything has to be replicated here, like top 3 podcast. Then we have to add one more, like I'll have alt, will have one more here, which will come to be as hashtag 1. So now this has happened. So what we have to do right now is that we'll go to the clip and we'll add it here. And first thing we have to do, we don't want any audio right now. So for that we will be extracting the audio and we will be deleting that. Now that we have deleted the audio, what we have to do is we have to crop it. And now that we have cropped it, now that we have cropped the audio, we'll write confirm. Now that's where it has to be, isn't it? If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this part. So now this person is speaking. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, you'll press Ctrl B and then D. And by the way, this video will stretch to the end. This B-roll of black and white screen will stretch to the end. So now we will be adding the thumbnail of the video here. If like you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this. Yep, so that's how it will be, isn't it? And just like the B-roll, this will also be used till the end. And we'll also be using one till the end, but it will be converted into different numbers. So now first thing we will be doing is reducing the size, like it will be till 90. AI will impact business. And now this will be also be 90, isn't it? This will also be 90. And now we will be doing everything just like what we did for this thing. We will be doing just like for what we did for the first video, we will be doing the same thing for the other podcasts as well. So let me do that and come back to you once again. So now that I'm done with all the basic editing for all those 3 podcasts that I'm explaining in the video, now what we have to do is that we have to add transition. So we'll go to the transition tab and we will be adding another transition which is extremely important, which is paper ball. And it's a paper and it's a wonderful transitions. Like there's paper ball transition, there's a paper flip, or there's a tier paper flip. But I think right now I will be going this paper ball, but let me explore many others. Isn't it? There are many of those, but I will be using a paper ball as it looks pretty cool. It looks very cool to me, man. And after editing the whole part, what we have to do is that we will be adding the SFX. And in this video we will also be explaining the master keyframes, as those are also extremely important. So let me play the video once again. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn How to build AI agents and use AI tools. Watch this podcast from Think School. If you want to learn how AI will impact businesses and job market in future, watch this podcast from Theo Abraham. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business and job market or day-to-day tasks, watch this podcast from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. So now this is how videos right now, but it still looks pretty missing to me. So for that, what we will be doing is that we will be adding this green screen. Let me show that once again. So this is a green screen in this video. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast. Watch this podcast from things. So this is the video that we will be adding here. Save this reel for future. So for adding the green screen, we have to tap on the video, and after tapping on the video, what we have to do is that we will be go to remove BG section, and we'll go to Chroma key, and when we click on the Chroma key, we'll go here and we'll add this, and now that's how it is being turned to us. And now if that is happened, so for animation, like, we also have to have an fade out animation. For the fade out, that's a great animation to have. So now we have understood the basics. So now that we have understood a little bit of basics of here and there in this of this video, so now that we have understood the basics of this video, now we will be going into pretty advanced topics, like what do you mean by keyframes and how to better the keyframes. So now what we have to do is that we go on to the first clip, and we go to the video and we increase the size of the video. We go to the basic and we increase the size. Like if I go and increase it to 125, when I press on this add keyframe, I'll add this, and after some few frames, and I'll bring it to 0. Now you can certainly say my video will be popping out like this, but it doesn't look pretty professional like you see in the other YouTubers videos. It doesn't look that professional. So for that, we'll click on the ending keyframe, we'll click on that, we'll have a right click, we'll show all presets, and we'll choose any of those favorites. Like I see other YouTubers, they have they customize the keyframe, but I don't. I use presets as it's pretty easy. Like I'll use cube out. Now it looks more professional, isn't it? And now I'll use this and I'll go here. Stop spending money on paid courses. So now we will be adding keyframes into the videos. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. What I'm thinking is that why don't I go on to this clip and I go to animations and I have a slide up. If I have a slide up animation, that looks pretty professional and looks pretty good. Slide left, but I want to have a slide up. I hope I'm able to find a slide up animation, because there has to be slide up animation. Swing right, swing bottom, slide down. And there's a space full. There are many animations, but I'm not able to find any slide up. Split slide, but where's the slide up animation, man? I found the slide up animation now. Save this reel for future references. Now it looks pretty good. Save this reel for, isn't it? Future references. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast from Think School. If you want to learn how AI will impact businesses and job marketing in future, watch this podcast from Theo Abraham. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business and job market or day-to-day tasks, watch this podcast from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. So, now this has happened. It is going pretty good, but there are still some things that we certainly need to focus on, isn't it? Like, there's a little bit of cricket sounds. If with as we can certainly find that there are a little bit of cricket sounds in the back, isn't it? So for that we will be, in order to reduce that, we will right click and we'll extract audio for all of those things. And when we extract audio, we'll go here and we'll create their compound clip, and we'll go to the and we'll have audio settings. Like if we reduce noise, and now the sound has reduced. But I think, but you shouldn't be click on the enhance voice or isolate voice, as these are pro features and we cannot use pro features right now. Stop spending money on paid. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube. There are top 3 podcasts. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free, which can make you understand AI. So now I'm thinking, why don't we add a zoom in this clip, as it will look pretty good, isn't it? If I add a keyframe here and we add a last keyframe for this clip here. Now that we add this frame, we'll once again add another preset, and I think I'll be using Cubin for this. Make you understand AI much better. Stop spending money on paid. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. There are top 3 podcasts. Oh, I have to use this ratio to the lowest. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free, which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to save this reel for future references. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast from Think School. If you want to learn how AI will impact businesses and job market in future, watch this podcast from Cleo Abraham. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business and job market or day-to-day tasks, watch this podcast from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. So I think till now the video is pretty basic but also going pretty good. And now we will be adding transitions, but also at the end we will also be adding auto captions. And market or the we will be control this we will be having alt and add this here. And now that we have added this here, we will be adding a transition called clear transition once again, or we can add a pull in. We can also add a pull in transition. The pull in transition also look pretty good, like pull in transition. From Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn, I don't know, but the pull in transition isn't working, man. Why is that? So we will be using this transition from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. So it looks pretty cool. Extremely cool, man. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 So just like we will also be adding another keyframes into this slide as well. So just like this is here, it is 100 and we click on the keyframe, and at the end I think I want it to go till 125. Boom. And now we'll go to show all presets and we'll use the circular ease, as it is a pretty cool. Every single day, follow me for more. It looks pretty cool. And now that this thing is done, so most of the editing is done, and our editing is going pretty basic but also very good. And now what we have to do is that we will stop create captions. So so CapCut also have an extremely great feature of captions, and now we will be generating captions. So we have to wait for a while for caption generation. So now you can certainly see that our captions have been generated. Stop spending money on, but we want our captions to be a little bit here, as it will look pretty good. Save this reel. So they should be here, and this save reel should be a little bit. Oh, oops. A little bit here. So now it looks pretty good. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 here are top. But one thing that we have to do for the captions is that it doesn't look good that we have a long captions. So for short captions, we will go and press enter here and just reduce the captions, through which it looks pretty good. And I'll do that for all the context. So now that we have made changes in each and every, and now there's one thing that we need to do is that either we can click on the captions and we go to the text tab and we use the templates, as there are many free templates that we can use for this, but I certainly don't like these templates. So for that we can certainly create our own templates. And so for that what we have to do is that we have to first of all capitalize, make them capital in every way, stop spending money, and we'll have them in black color. Now that we have them in black color, we'll increase their size. Now that we increase the size, we'll bold them. After making them bold, we'll add a green color. Sorry, we will add a background. And now that we will add a background, we will use a yellow color. Now it looks pretty good, but I think we also need to change this looks good. Now you can certainly say spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Yeah, is just to learn AI. Here top three podcasts on YouTube for free, which can stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here top three podcasts on YouTube. Stop spending money on paid courses just. And sorry, for the caption, for the background we also have to give it a little bit of roundness as well, as it looks pretty good. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top three podcasts on YouTube for free. It's lagging a little bit, but doesn't. Much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast from Think School. If you want to learn how AI will impact businesses and job marketing future, watch this podcast from Theo Abraham. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business. Oh, there was a little bit of typo, if I can certainly say. If you Yep, now this typo has been solved. Congratulations. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business and job market or day-to-day tasks, watch this podcast from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. So now everything is fine. So one thing that we really need to do right now is we certainly have to add the SFX, which is the sound effects in the background, and it will give a different type of dynamics. It will change the whole dynamics of the video editing. So we'll start with the basics. Like if we want to add the first background, which is swoosh. Swoosh is a very famous sound effect, and we'll add it here. Stop spending money. Stop spending money on. Stop spending. Stop spending money on paid courses. Will reduce its audio little bit because it's coming to be a lot. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here top three podcasts. Top. So just like I was saying that we will be adding another. So we will be adding a riser here, as riser looks good and it's also very famous audio. Stop spending money. So first of all we have to increase its speed. Stop spending. Stop spending money on paid. So now we have to do is that we have to go to the basic and we have to decrease its sound. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for. So now you can certainly see that we have added a transition here, isn't it? And like these podcast thumbnails are coming like this, and while they are coming and gliding like this, we can add another sound effect like swoosh, and it looks pretty cool. I have used it. They are top 3 podcasts on YouTube. It's why is it lagging so much, man? Earlier it was working pretty well. Top 3 and for that, what we have to do is we certainly click on that. We have to go to the animations tab and we have to reduce. Yeah, it has to be. We have to go to the animations tab and make it to. इसका कितना था भाई, मैंने चेक नहीं करा. इसका 0.2 है तो इसका भी 0.2 होएगा. इसका 0.2 है, इसका. On YouTube for free, which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to. Yeah. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube. Here are top 3 podcasts. Yeah, here are top 3 podcasts. Yeah, here are top 3 to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts. Yeah, here are top 3. I think this isn't working, so for that we have to add another transition. We can add a pull in here, as it will look good. Yeah, here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube. But I think we can also add another pendulum effect here, as pendulum effect on these thumbnails will also look good. That's what I think. And this editing course is extremely raw, as this is the first thing that I'm speaking a lot regularly, so please cooperate, guys. Yeah, top 3 podcasts on you. Like we have to decrease the strength first of all. If you are able to decrease the strength, that's how it's good. I think let's reduce the effect, man. It doesn't look that good. On YouTube for free, which can make. Now we'll add a glare transition here. Oh, we have to go to transitions, yeah. Which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. So now you can certainly see that here we'll add at the transitions. If you add SFX, the transition becomes more more effective. So we'll add another transition called we'll add another sound effect called mouse click here, which looks pretty good. Which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel. And now what we will be doing is that we will adding adding another sound effect called as pop. This pop is very effective, and we will be adding it here. Save this reel for future reference. And we will be reducing the sound a little bit. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn. And we will adding another transition here, as these kind of transitions make your video editing look very professional. That's why we will be adding it here, and we will adding another transition called glare, another once again, and here is another transition. Control copy, and now that we have copied it, we'll paste it here. If you want to learn how to. So now we have added a transition here, and it makes it look very professional. So that's how. Money on paid courses just to learn AI. There are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free, which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how it's why is it lagging a lot, man? So we have certainly added most of the sound effects, but some little bit sound effects, some of the sound effects are also left. And use AI tools. Watch this podcast from Think School. Like there's a paper ball, so we will be adding a paper ball transition here. What we have to do is that we have to extract the audio, and we have to delete this. If you want to look, it will go here. So now you can certainly say it just looks like the transition, just like in the video. If you want to learn. Now this transition looks very good, man. Very good. Extremely professional. And now we'll add another transition here of swoosh. Now we'll add another transition or swoosh here. That's now our video is ready. Stop spending money on paid courses just to learn AI. Here are top 3 podcasts on YouTube for free which can make you understand AI much better. Save this reel for future references. If you want to learn how to build AI agents and use AI tools, watch this podcast from Think School. If you want to learn how AI will impact businesses and job market in future, watch this podcast from Cleo Abraham. If you want to learn how to use AI in your business and job market or day-to-day tasks, watch this podcast from Diary of a CEO. And if you want to learn every single day, follow me for more. Boom. Simple editing, nothing complicated. It was the most simplest form of editing that you beginners would have done in your life. And now the editing has been done. And you can certainly say that what we have to do if we try to understand what are the basic things that we did. First of all, we get the raw clip and we trimmed and cut the unwanted part. That's the first thing that we did. The second thing that we did, we added transitions. Transitions were extremely effective. The third thing that we did, we had the b-rolls, like having the like we had the black and white strips background. We added that. Then after adding that, we had the thumbnails and all the video clips that we added with the text. All of that comes in a b-roll. We also learned about color correction in this video. Like we also learned how to add sound effects, as it was pretty important. And then we also learned how to master keyframes, as keyframes is the most important part of video editing. It gives a life to video editing. We also learned how to add captions to our videos. Please like the video if you find this video very helpful, and we'll meet in the next video or short, and we'll aim for around 1000 likes in this video. And please subscribe to our channel. That's for it today, guys. Bye bye.